Hey, and welcome to the Eat My Ukulele channel, where today we are learning to play Star Treatment by the Arctic Monkeys. Now, this is going to be quite an intermediate tutorial. I'm not just going to teach you how to strum the chords. There's going to be chords involved, but you're also going to learn some riffs, some thumb picking, and a technique called Vibrato. So, by the end of this lesson, this is what you'll be able to play. Really simple, sounds beautiful, so let's waste no more time and start breaking down how we're going to play this song on the ukulele. If you're new around here, please feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I upload ukulele stuff every week, whether it's lessons, tutorials, albums in full on the uke. I've just done Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino, and that's what's prompted this lesson of Star Treatment. So, how to play this song on the uke. So we're going to break this down into two sections. Section 1 is the opening chords, and we're using 4 chords, and they are these. Alright, that first chord is this, which is a D sharp major 7. Now usually you would put your pinky finger on the top, but there's no need for this, so you're just using 3 fingers, and that's your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, your second finger on the 6th fret of the E, and your third finger on the 7th fret of the C. D sharp major 7. Next, you are sliding along to this, and that's a F sharp major. Again, your first finger on the 4th fret of the A, your second finger on the 6th fret of the C, and then your third finger is dropping below that to the 6th fret on the E. And then you move into this, which is the easiest of the 4. All you're doing is using your first finger to bar the bottom 3 strings on the 6th fret. And when you play that, you want to kind of end it a bit suddenly. So, combining them 3, you'd have this. Alright, one more time. Alright, and then you're moving on to this chord, which is a sharp major 7. Now, on my ukulele, it's going to sound a little bit deeper because I've got a low G. However, it's the same note, so it's going to sound fine if you're using any type of uke and strings. Alright, and that's a similar shape to the first chord. However, we're just moving up the strings and sliding down to the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st fret. Then you've got that open string on the bottom. Alright, so combining them, you've got this. One more time. Alright, and then after you've played that last chord, you want to use your pinky finger. Now this is going to be a bit of a stretch. It's quite difficult for me to do, but I'll show you the way how I play it, and then I'll show you a simplified way. So all you're doing is putting your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, which is a C note. So like that. Using all 4 fingers, so it is tough. And then after you've done that, you're sliding it up to the 5th. See, I'm getting a bit... It is a stretch, it's difficult. So a simplified way of playing that is to just use this chord. And don't use that 3rd finger. And then you can just put that finger on the 3rd, and then your pinky on the 5th. You just have to be careful not to hit this note. So a simplified version would be a more intermediate would be. So, combining all them together using the simplified version, you'd have this. Alright, really simple, sounds really nice chords, and something else you can do that's gonna make it sound more traditional, like the song, is vibrato. And what that is, that's shaking the string, like this. I'll play it closer to the mic so you can hear it. And it's kind of mimicking the sound of an organ or a synthesizer, which is used quite heavily on the album. And what you're doing, you're playing your chord, and you want to press into the fretboard quite hard, just so you've got the strength. And then you just shake your hands. And what it's doing is just changing the note at such a tiny amount in pitch that it's creating like a wah 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 sound. It's much easier to do with one finger. But you can do it with chords and it sounds really nice. So yeah, if you're able to, try doing that on each chord you play. So it'd be like this. It's just a nice little thing you can do that sort of embellishes the playing and just makes it sound a little bit nicer. Alright, so the second part is the main riff. And it's a riff slash a finger picking pattern, except you're only using your thumb. And you're actually using some of the chords we've played already. So this section sounds like this. Ending on a chord. So, really simple. You're just starting on the second fret of the C string. Then using your next finger to go to the third fret. And then you're sliding up to get into that first chord position we've learned, the D sharp major 7. And you're just picking each note. So it's a riff, but it is a finger picking pattern too. You could use your fingers if you wanted to, if that's easier for you. I prefer to use my thumb, as then it sounds a lot less harsh and more soft, which suits the tone of the song, I think. So yeah, second fret, third fret, 7th fret, then work your way down that chord. Then you go into the next chord that we haven't discussed yet, which is this. And it's very similar to the second chord, but it's just down a fret. So what that is, your first finger on the 3rd fret of the A, then your second finger on the 5th fret of the C, and your 3rd finger string below. And you're playing that twice. Alright? And you can add that vibrato again if you want. Maybe not necessary there, but try and use it whenever you can. So you're playing that section 3 times, and then you're moving on to a similar riff, but just a little bit further down, a little bit further up the fretboard. So that is open on the C, 2nd fret on the C, and then you're strumming down that chord. So, two ways you can play it. You can either do the first two notes and then use that finger to go down like that. Or you can get into the chord shape. When I've been playing it, I tend to just move my fingers down the fret because I've been playing it quite fast, so I find it a bit easier to do that. But you can get into the chord if you want. Might sound a little bit smoother and gel together a bit better. So after you've done that riff, you're ending on that last chord we learned, the A sharp major 7. And you're just strumming that a few times just to end it out. So those riffs combined would sound like this. And combining all of it together, you'd get this. Yeah, sounds really simple, but really nice, and it sounds great on the uke, as it's got that nice soft tone, especially with a low G. If you've got a ukulele with a low G, get it out and yeah, try playing it with that. I hope you enjoyed that lesson, hope it was useful for you. If there's any other Arctic Monkeys songs you'd like to learn to play on the uke, please leave me a comment down below telling me exactly which ones. Because if people are responsive to this lesson, I'd really like to do more and teach you guys some more stuff in the style that I like to play, the ukulele. I'd like to take this time to thank everyone on Patreon who's supporting me. I've just crossed $100 per month, which is amazing. You guys are seriously changing my life. I can't thank you enough. Such a cool way to support the channel and help it grow and possibly allow me to find more time to do more ukulele stuff for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you next week from another album on a ukulele.